Okay, good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube. Iyun with Benzion. Today's daf is Nedarim daf Iyun Vav, number 76. The Mishnah on Iyun Vav base talks about how long a father or husband has to be made for the neder. There's two psukim in the Torah. One pasuk says Biyom Shamo, which seems to indicate a calendar day, meaning you have until Shkia, right? If I took it at noon, I have until Shkia. If I took it last night after Seis HaChavim, I have until Shkia. So it could be 23 hours and 59 minutes. Could be 2 minutes before Shkia. I only have 2 minutes. That's seemingly one opinion, according to most Rishonim, according to the art scroll. That's the Machmer opinion. The Mekel opinion, the Gemara quotes in the Bryce and the Gemara, Rabbi Yosef, Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Shimon, Amram, Eis, 24 hours. You always have 24 hours. If you did it at 12 noon today, if the nether was taken and heard at 12, you have 24 hours from the hearing of the nether. If the father or the husband heard about it at 12 noon, then he has till 12 o'clock next day to do it. Now, there's a couple of problems with the Mishnah, according to this explanation. First of all, why does the Mishnah talk about a case of specifically Leil Shabbos? We could talk about Wednesday night, Tuesday night, right? To highlight, right, the Shita of the Chachamim, the Shita of the Mishnah, which is the Machmir opinion. Sometimes you have 2 minutes. They took the net right before Shkia. And sometimes they took it after Shkia or after Seis. So then they have, let's say, 23 hours and 59 minutes to do it. Why Shabbos? Second of all, it says, Geish b'davar l'hakil l'hachmer. The Machmer Shita says sometimes we're Mekel, sometimes we're Machmer. In comparative, right, in contrast with the other opinion, which says always 24 hours, in both cases, it's a chumrah. It's a little bit of a chumrah, a lot of a chumrah. A little bit of a chumrah, you have 23 hours. A lot of a chumrah, you have 2 minutes to be made for the neder. So it's a hard language to understand, lahakil, lahachmir. Furthermore, another problem with this is that the Gemara seems to paskin like loka oso azuk, which seemingly means not like the mekel shita, like the machmer shita, which basically means you have either 2 minutes or 23 hours. We don't have the full 24 hours. The Rush, however, learns when the Gemara paskins, ein halacha oso azuk. The Gemara says in the second to last line, ayin vavam beis. The Rush seems to indicate, no, the halacha is not like the Tanakama of the Mishnah and the Brisa. The halacha actually is the Hakel, 24 hours. And usually when you have two opinions, and Yosef Yehuda and Yosef Shimon are two opinions, they're not a minority opinion. The Gemara even calls them the Rabbanon. So it could be a majority opinion, right? If it's two opinions going against each other, usually cause that herod. If we go with the more Mekel opinion, and you get 24 hours to be made for the nether. So what's going on over here? So I'd like to offer a new explanation of the Mishnah. To explain why the Mishnah picks Leil Shabbos, why it says Lahakal, Lahachmir. I believe the opinion of the Tanakama is more Mekel than the Shita of Rabbi Yosef, Yehuda, and others, Rabbi Shimon, who say only 24 hours. And the one exception to that, normally they would agree 24 hours. It says Yom 24 hours you get. Of course you get 24 hours. It's a convenience the Torah gave you. They're not going to give you 2 minutes to make for the neder. There happens to be a case where you have more than 24 hours. What is that case? That case is Friday night. For example, Nadra B'Leili Shabbos, Yachar B'Leili Shabbos, Yom HaShabbos, Techshav. Right? If she took the neder B'Leili Shabbos, and Leili Shabbos doesn't mean necessarily after Seis Chavim. It could mean at Shkia, right? Leili Shabbos, right? Because people are Makabel Shabbos early. Sometimes at Shkia, women light candles 18 minutes, half an hour, 40 minutes before Shkia. So once you're Makabel Shabbos already, and then she takes a neder, right, during Ben Hashmashos, or after she lights candles even, right, Leili Shabbos, you have more than 24 hours. You have not only until the next day Shkia, but since most people wait till Seis Chavim, and maybe even the Rabbeinu Tam, until Shabbos is actually over, right, you have 25, sometimes maybe 25 plus hours to be made for the neder. And that is Lahakil, Lahachmir, meaning Lahakil more than Eis Leis. And Lahachmir is the second case, right, where Najrim Chashecha Mefer Ajalo Techshach. That if she took the neder Im Chashecha normally means Seis Chavim, right? On Friday night after Seis Chavim, so then she has 24 hours until the next day Seis Chavim, 24 hours. So that's the Hachmir, which is exactly the same opinion as the other opinion, which says exactly 24 hours. So the Hachmir, sometimes it's Machmir like the other opinion. Sometimes it's more Mekel than the other opinion, right? So that would make sense over there. That's why we're talking about Leil Shabbos, because it says Biyom Shamo. The Gemara says that's the source of the Tanakama, Biyom Shamo, right? The entire day. And once you're in Makabel on Friday night, Makabel Shabbos early, it's already called Shabbos for a lot of halachas. You can make Kiddush already. you can daven Marav of Shabbos already. So, and also you can't do malacha, right? You can't do malacha already. Savik deraisa l'chum, right? And you can't do malacha on Motzei Shabbos until you make Havdalah, until 3 stars come out. So, because Savik deraisa l'chum are machmer in both directions, so therefore it's called technically biyom shamo. According to them, it's called the day of Shabbos. It's called Shabbos for more than 24 hours, so 25 plus hours. Therefore, it's a kula tanakama. The Gemara adds, Rabbi Yosef Yehuda say, oh no, me'es la'es. It says miyom yom. You have exactly 24 hours. So therefore, she took a neder, right? Ben Hashmashos on Friday night. You have until Ben Hashmashos, that exact time, tomorrow night to be made for the neder. Because it's me'es la'es, miyom yom, 24-hour period, exactly 24-hour period. The Tanakama is more makel and says no, you actually have. Sometimes you have more than, specifically on Shabbos, where you create a new day. You're creating the day of Shabbos based on your Kabbalah and based on your Chumras to be machmir for not do malacha until it says Chav Motzei Shabbos. You have extra time to be made for on Shabbos, and therefore it explains the Rush, who paskins, right, seemingly paskins. He said Ein halacha ka'oso azug, right? To paskin like them, it could be that the Rush is only saying that. The Rush agrees that you have 24 hours. You usually do have 24 hours. Now, obviously, the Rush meant to say you only have 24 hours, and not like the Tanakama. But we can still be Mekayim the Rush, because most of the time, unless we're dealing with Shabbos, the rest of the week you'll have exactly 24 hours. It's only on Shabbos where there's an idea of being Makabel Shabbos early and be Machmir, not to do Malacha until after Seisach Chavim on Motzei Shabbos. There you have extra time. So the Rush, at least 24 hours you have, which makes sense. The Torah will give you at least 24 hours, which is not a long time, a long amount of time to be made for the nether, but never less than 24 hours. And on Leil Shabbos, you have possibility of more than 24 hours. That's the way I like to learn the Gemara. And presumably, you don't pass on the Rosh, you pass on the Tanakama. And therefore, on Leil Shabbos, you have this extra kula of 24 plus hours, sometimes even 25 plus hours to be made for the nether. Hope you enjoyed today's share. See you in the next one.